Hello everybody. We're going to be on in just a second. I just got to give Jimbo a few minutes of play because he'll go crazy otherwise. But yeah, I'll be on in just a second. Please like this video if you haven't already and subscribe. If you want to check out today's pattern, it's going to be available at clubcrochet.com/rocket. There's a link in the description and at the top of the chat. That's what we're going to be crocheting today. I'm very excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. Okay, be on in a second. Bye. I guess he doesn't want to play today. Which means I'm sure he's going to be really frustrating in the live stream, which is going to be great. Wow, I love that. I love that, Jimbo. Yeah, you just lay there and be chill. All right, then let's get rocking and rolling then. What do you think, Jimbo? Yeah, I agree. Okie dokie, artichoke. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hi. Welcome to the live stream. How are you? Hope your week was going well. And I hope this is just the cherry on top and happy weekend and all that fun stuff. Today, we are going to be finally making our rocket ship lamp. Okay, so here's the dealio. We've been making a bunch of patterns for our new seasonal crochet kit, Spacecrafts. We're going to look back at this in just a second. But we've been making a whole lot of projects from it, and we've been saving the spacecraft itself for today. So today is the day we're going to be making a rocket ship. And what I wanted to do today is actually make our rocket ship into a lamp. Yeah, oh, now you want to hang out. Okay. Jimbo's awake and alive now. So we're going to be making a rocket ship lamp today using these fairy lights that are in the kit, and some wire and some cardboard, and of course a crocheted rocket. So we got a decent amount to make. It shouldn't be too crazy. If you want to crochet along with me, we're going to go through the materials in just a second, but you can find the pattern right here at clubcrochet.com/rocket. Now before I grab our materials, I want to talk about a few announcements. The first announcement is if you haven't submitted your alien pattern yet, it is coming down to that time. So you have about a week, maybe a week and a half to submit for the Club Crochet Challenge. If you want to learn more, you can go to clubcrochet.com/challenge. We're looking for crocheted projects that are about aliens. And the one with the best project is going to win a seasonal crochet kit. So it's a pretty big win. So that's the first announcement. Second announcement is that our oopsies. I'm sorry, Mr. Alien. There we go. I can fix it. I can fix it, Jimbo. There. The second announcement is that our newest alien Bix is on the website now. He's going to be available for purchase tomorrow, but I've tested the pattern out. It should be good to go. And this was from last week's live stream, and I don't know. I'm just obsessed with it. I think he's the coolest thing ever. I've had him on my desk all week, and I've just been like staring at him, and he's been staring back at me. Anyhow, this new pattern is out now on the website, so I like it a lot. The other announcement is that we have a brand new test pattern going out now for our new Crowbot. This is a pattern collaboration with Drooby Zoo. It's going to be available next week, but we're testing it out now. If you want to learn more and join the test, go check us out on Instagram by just going to instagram.com/club.crochet or look up Drooby's Zoo on Instagram. Either way, we are running the test for that on Instagram, so go check it out there. There's a few different versions of the robot, including one where the head fully spins around, and it's really cool. Anyhow, so that is just our few little announcements. Okay, so we're crocheting a rocket today. We're going to need the following materials if you'd like to crochet along with me. We're going to be pulling from our brand new seasonal crochet kit, Spacecrafts. This is available now in the... Hey, Jimbo. Ugh, Jimbo's eating yarn. You want to do the announcements with me? Wow, thanks. This is a brand new seasonal crochet kit that's available now on the website and is a great way to support our channel. The kit comes with all the materials you need to make 3 months worth of crochet, which includes all the patterns you see there in the background, a few additional patterns to the website, and yeah, it's a lot. It's like kind of a lot. So we're going to pull our materials from our Spacecrafts kit. Today we're going to need the colors red for our rocket. We'll need our white for our rocket. We'll need our blue for our rocket. We'll need our gray for our rocket. I don't think we'll need yellow, but we can use yellow if we want to. We'll need our fairy lights. You can see we got our fairy lights here, but I actually have a pair right out here, so we're going to use that. That does come with the kit. And then we'll need our wire from our kit as well. So we're going to put that to the side as well. We're also going to need some cardboard. If you have your kit, you can use your kit's cardboard, of course. But we're going to be using cardboard from like some spare cardboard that I had, so I don't have to break apart this box. Okay, so those are all the materials that you're going to need. Of course, the pattern, like I said before, is available right here at clubcrochet.com/rocket. It's totally a free pattern, too, if you want to get it and crochet along with me. The tools you're going to need, we're going to be using a size G 4mm crochet hook. It's just my favorite hook to use with the yarn we're going to be using, our worsted weight cotton. You're going to need a pair of scissors. These cool scissors are actually also available in the shop if you want to get them. We will need a darning needle. I'm just going to use a crimped end darning needle. Let's use green today. Okay, so we got do-do-do-do-do-bee-boodly-boo. And then some stuffing, of course, but we'll grab stuffing as we go. Okay, I think that's everything that you need to get crocheting today. Anything I'm missing, you guys? I think that's it. If you'd like to support this channel, there are a few ways to do so. The first, bestest way is, or let's say the first, freest, easiest way is just like this video down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit the little bell icon so you don't miss it when we come out with these live crochet alongs, because sometimes I come out with them at different times. Like today's was supposed to be at 1 p.m., but I had to push it back to 2 p.m. because I was up crazy late till 6 a.m. working on this robot. So it was a long night. So I had to push back a little bit, but you won't have to worry about those time differences if you are subscribed and hit the bell icon. That would be cool. Okay, so that's, I think, everything. If you want to support monetarily, you can support with a membership. That's probably the best way to support. Members get early access to future patterns. They get access to the exclusive library of tutorials. For example, our Bix the Alien, these Alien UFO, pretty much every single pattern you ever see me come out with is available with a membership. If you want to learn more, you can go to clubcrochet.com. The memberships start only $5 a month, and memberships start only $5 a month, and oh yeah, you can get a free trial if you want to. You can cancel it at any time. Great way to support the channel. You can also purchase kits, merch, and stuff in the store. We are running low on our Spacecrafts special seasonal pin. So this is the pin from this month's seasonal kit. You get a special pin if you sign up for an annual pass, which gets you 4 seasons worth of crochet kits, and each one comes with an exclusive pin. And look how shiny that is. Wow. There's a bunch of pins in the shop though. My favorite one is this one. This is the Jimbo pin. And I have a few pins coming out next season for our next seasonal crochet kit, which is going to be announced next week. It's called Land Before Twine, and we're going to be making dinosaurs. And so we have a few more pins coming out soon for that. Yeah, tell them in the back so they hear you in the back. Go on. Okay, great. Yes. So pins, merch, kits, all that, great way to support the channel if you would like to. It goes a long way. So thank you so much for anybody that has supported. The last way you can support, if you'd like to, is by tipping. If you'd like to, you can tip. If you tip, we're going to add a star to the background here. You can see everything here is from people that have supported the channel. So thank you so much for everybody that has supported. We really got a constellation starting, and I made a few extra stars just in case today too. Yes, I know, Jimbo. I know, but we're talking to people right now. Okay. All right, so that's everything you need to know, everything to get going. Let's answer a few questions in the chat. Gavin asks, how important is the wire to elevate the rocket? Exactly. We are basically going to be crocheting a rocket. We're going to be using the wire connected... Jimbo, stop biting me. Stop. That's my leg. We're going to be using this wire to connect it to some cardboard to keep it standing, with the rocket at the top of the wire. The wire's not going to go too tall. We're going to like kind of twist it so that it holds its shape a little bit better. And then around the wire, we're going to wrap lights. And then around the lights and the wire, we're going to wrap stuffing so that the stuffing glows when the lights are turned on. It's going to be really cool. I think you're really going to love it, Gavin. Okay, is there any other questions? I think not. Jimbo, get out of here. Chronicles of Yarnia just finished their project for the challenge. Very cool. I cannot wait to see it. I've been seeing a lot of the challenge entries come in, and they are very, very cool. Some weird looking aliens, which is exactly the goal. Well, what do you think's gonna happen, doofus? Jimbo's being a doofball. He's getting all tangled up in yarn. Hey, you need to chill. You need to chill. This is why I wanted to play with you. This is exactly why I wanted to play with you. And then you said, no, it's okay. We don't need to play. And then now you're going crazy. Because you're jealous. Because you're jealous. That's why. Yeah. Okay. Jimbo, knock it out. Not a toy. Okay. Oh, there's my water bottle. I was looking for that last night. All right. Well, let's get started. Today we're going to be starting by crocheting our rocket. I think that's a good place to start, and then moving on past that. So let me pull up the pattern right now. I'm just going to pull up the free tutorial on the website you don't even need to be logged in to access the tutorial. And again, that's at clubcrochet.com/rocket. All right, so let's start with our red yarn. Actually, you know what, Jimbo? Wait, stop. Stop. Okay. Okay. Jimbo's being really wild right now. Okay, so we got our red yarn to start. We're going to start by making the fins. Yes. We're going to start by making the fins. And this pattern's actually not too crazy complicated. There's some sewing, but really it's not that bad. And we might also try making a miniature rocket today if we have the time. But we will see. By the way, hi chat. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys had a great week. What have you guys been up to? Do you guys, anybody see any good movies? Anybody watch any good shows? Read any good books? I actually went to go see the new Inside Out 2 movie this week with my family, and I loved it. It was a great movie. Super, super cute. And yeah, I mean, what do you expect though, right? The first one was great also. I did like the first one a little bit more, but the second one was pretty good too. That's the big one from the week. I didn't do too much this week other than work. I worked my bum off though on so many different patterns. I've been really trying to get prepared for next season's kit. We got probably the biggest season yet in the entirety of Club Crochet's seasonal kits is going to be next month. So I've been really, really trying to make sure that everything is hunky-dory and gorgeous before I get going. So yeah, been making a lot of dinosaurs. We're going to be basically redoing a lot of these dinosaur patterns on the website. I'm updating all of them, and we're coming out with, I think, 6 new dinosaurs next season. So it's going to be a big season. And I'm very, very excited. Do I have videos for the very basics? I can't get past a magic circle. Ugh. You betcha, Peggy. For the magic circle, I actually call it the magic loop personally, but they're the same thing. If you want to, I do have a video tutorial that shows a few different ways to use the magic loop, and why I like some ways more than others. You can find that at clubcrochet.com/magic loop. There are videos on our website or on the YouTube channel though, just for that, Peggy, that go into detail there. We also have a whole series called Crocheting 101. That's our free beginner series that teaches you how to crochet. It goes through all the different steps for everything for complete beginners. It also, every few chapters in the series, it goes through a project that you can make with the techniques that you've learned, so that not only are you learning how to crochet, but you're making things along the way, using your techniques to slowly build your crochet knowledge as you go. It has been a lot of people have learned to crochet from it, and yeah, I suggest you check it out. It's totally free, and you can find it just at crocheting101.com, or you can find all the videos in our YouTube channel. Okay, I think I'm actually done with round 4 there, so I think that's actually one of the fins done. Look at that. I did that whole thing and I was barely even thinking about it. You know, Inside Out made me think a lot about like how my brain functions and like I don't know. It's just so crazy to me that like I've been crocheting now daily, like very often for a long time. So at this point, it's just kind of second nature. I don't really think about it. I just kind of go. And that's really cool. I just like to think about the little dudes in my brain that are like focusing on the crochet so my conscious mind doesn't have to. I don't know. It's very strange. Very strange that I can do that. But I guess, you know, practice makes perfect. What have you guys been making this week? And some people said they were making aliens. LG. Any fossil patterns in the upcoming kit? You know what? I was expecting to have a few fossils, but we actually don't have any fossils off the bat. That being said, I did leave some room for just in cases if I want to come up with new patterns, which I kind of try to do in all the seasons. For example, in this seasonal kit, we didn't really plan to have like some of the patterns in this season, but I knew, you know what, we're gonna come up with patterns during the season because I love to do that. So you can say hi to Bix here, you can say hi to Saturn and the robot here. Those are all three of those are patterns that were made during the season as kind of impromptu, like improvisational patterns. The robot really isn't. That is a collaboration with someone else, but you know, I didn't know what they were gonna make at the time. So it's always kind of exciting to see what another artist decides to make using the theme. So I was kind of expecting that next season we'll have some fossils because of some collaboration patterns, but actually all the collaborators we're working with, which by the way, next season has the most amount of collaborations that we have ever done. So we have I think 4 collaboration patterns coming out next season, in addition to 2 new patterns for myself that are scheduled and planned. And then, you know, if I want to come up with a few additions to the season, I might as well. So the answer to your question, LG, is maybe not planned, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did make a fossil. I would say all the patterns that are being made are living fossils, so there's that. Especially one of them that one of the collaborators are making is definitely a living fossil, where it's like, ooh, whoa. And that actually might be a good hint as to what he is making. But I'm very excited. I will keep some of it under wraps, though. You know, you gotta keep some surprises. I'm very excited, though, because I have 3 patterns, actually, because one is one kind of makes 2 different things, and those patterns are really, really cool. I really, really like them. I've actually been kind of sitting on one of these patterns for maybe even a year. I haven't even shown you it at all. I made it a year ago. I wrote it all down. I've made like probably 30 of them since then, and I've just been like, wait for the Land Before Twine season before you come out with it, Lou. Because I just really, really, really like it. So I'm very excited to share it. And it's actually right there. It's actually like right off screen. Literally, look at, I am currently touching it with my hand, but you can't see it. It is a secret. You'll know soon enough, though. But yeah, I'm very, very excited about next season's kit. I think it's gonna be really cool. Next season's actually gonna culminate with a brand new board game that we've been working on for I've been working on for almost 5 years. So that hence why this next season is gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a very big season. So I'm very, very excited. 1, 2, 3, like that. I think that's going to be the second of our 3 fins made. 2, 3, 3, cool. All right. 2 fins down. 1 more to go. That looks pretty good. Hey, if you have any questions, by the way, if you're a more beginner crocheter or you're not a beginner crocheter and you want, I'm such a cheese though. If you're not a beginner crocheter but you just want some advice on a specific stitch or whatever, let me know. Just feel free to ask me in the chat right now. This is a great opportunity for me to show you how to do any parts of either this pattern or really any pattern at all. Yeah, these are great opportunities to ask for help if you have any. But, you know, it's also a great opportunity for you just to hang out and crochet with us. Yeah, I've been pretty obsessed with this season's patterns, though. Like, look at all of the stuff we've made. There's so much. Every one of these seasons, ever since I switched to doing this seasonal system, there's been, like, a lot. There's been a lot. As you can probably tell, like, not only has there been, like, I think I've crocheted more new projects since I started this seasonal kit stuff than ever before. So it's really exciting just to be like, it's exciting when you look at the end of a season, which we're doing next week, by the way. Next week is going to be our season finale. Oh, no, sorry. No, it won't. 2 weeks from now will be our season finale. So next week's going to be our, I'm going to say a mystery crochet along, but we're making the robots. It's going to be a crochet along with Drew, the artist who originally made the robots. So they're going to join us for a live crochet along next Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we're going to make some robots. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, the season finale will be the week after that, and we're going to look at all the things we made this season, and there's a lot, like a lot of things were crocheted, which is so cool to look at. It's really cool when we look at the end of the year, and we're going to look at all the stuff that we made this year. And my gosh, we're going to be like, wow, Lou, you made a lot of stuff. You'll see. 1, 2, skip to my me. I'm in heaven. Oh no, I'm being abducted. No, I can fix that. No, please. I'm back. Thank you for letting me know. I still clearly have not fixed the problem that makes me go into an alien spaceship. Zoe, that is so cool. Okay, wait. Zoe just said that they're prepping for a market in a week, which already, that's exciting as heck. I love that. And they said that I hope people like goblinoids, because that's pretty much all I'm making right now. Zoe, we have got to play Stitch together. That would be so cool. I would really, really like that, because you clearly have enough for a whole game of Stitch. Have you made any of the bigger goblins too? I've noticed that you've made a lot of orcs, a lot of trolls, and a lot of just goblins. But have you made any hobgoblins or ogres yet? I am curious. Also, have you made any dwarves? You might really like the dwarves. They're a little bit more complicated, but I'm sure you can do it. If anybody here can, I think Zoe, you can. You are an extremely talented crocheter. So I really, really is cool. You should actually invite. I have that account called for Stitched, my tabletop game. You should invite that account as a collaborator post on some of your posts. It might, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool. I'll reach out to you after this about that, because yeah, I just really like the stuff you've been making. Thank you so much for posting them, by the way. They really do make my day. Okay, X1C12. Love the name. Sounds like you're actually this robot in the back here. Which, by the way, it's named Crowbot. So this is Crowbot, and this is Crowbot 3000. They are a slightly upgraded version of the Crowbot. X1C12 asks, a question for Lava Run. Love that. Can a rock be placed over a sinkhole for a dino to walk across? No, they cannot. That is a great question. So in my game Lava Run, you are controlling a dinosaur, helping them escape a volcanic eruption. There's going to be lava that is consistently spewed all over the board, and you have to avoid the lava so that you don't accidentally lose your dinosaur and try to escape to get to a raft at the end of a beach. If you want to learn more about Lava Run, you can find more at lavarungame.com. I am consistently looking for people to test it out, especially before the game goes live. So if you want to become a tester like X1C clearly is, oh my gosh, that's so funny. If you want to become a tester like X1C, just reach out. You can reach out to me by going by emailing me at louis@clubcrochet.com. If you just email me an emoji of a volcano, I'll know exactly what that's for, and I can send you all the rules for Lava Run. But if you want to just learn more about what it is, go to lavarungame.com. But to answer your question about the sinkhole, I actually changed the name to Pit because it's a little bit easier to explain. But essentially, in the game, you're going to be making a bunch of lava that goes across a board. You know what? Let me grab it real quick and I'll show you. Oh shoot, there's a metal one in here. My dad gave me a bunch of these little metal dinosaurs to try out for the game, which are pretty cool. But you'll see here, this is my worn out kind of version of the game. I'm waiting on the completed version soon. But there's all these lava bits, and there's these are rocks. You can see these are extremely worn out. But let me see if I can find one of the sinkholes here so I can show you what they look like. Here it is. So this is a pit. And what you can do in the game is you can play a pit over a lava, or really on any square at all, and it becomes a hostile tile that a dinosaur can't stay in. And usually you can use these rocks to cover up lava squares so that you can have your dinosaur. I don't have a dinosaur right now. Here's a dragon. So you can have your dinosaur stand on top of the boulder to avoid the dying in lava and then going over the boulder. So it's kind of like a bridge. But you can also use a sinkhole over the boulder, which gets rid of the boulder, and this will always forever be a sinkhole. So to answer your question, X1C, no, you can never fill up a sinkhole with anything ever. It is always, for the rest of the game, going to be a pit. So yeah, that is the kind of the reason for that in the game, by the way, is because there's a kind of like a trick you can do where you can put two of those boulders next to each other. By the way, I should keep crocheting now. I'm on the window. We're going to use our blue yarn for this. I think I might have one of these that's already open, though. Yeah, here it is. So, in the game, you can... Wait, 1 second. Okay, we're going to have to open a new gray, though. Oh, wait, no, we won't. Is that gray? Nice. I got a gray that's open also. So we're gonna use both of those instead of opening new ones. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Rock over sinkhole, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, so in the game you can actually make like 2 rocks over a bunch of lava so that you kind of have a little island that you're consistently hopping back and forth to, and it doesn't break the game. It's just a really good strategy. So that's why the pits were created, was to stop that. Yeah, so that kind of answers your question. Sorry I went into such detail about this, but as you can tell, I'm very excited about this game, so I like talking about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So we're working right now on the window, by the way, if you're crocheting along with me. As you can tell, I'm not going through the instructions during this live crochet along. Jimbo, I'm talking. Well, hold on. Well, after this I can hang out. I promise. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if you want to get the pattern, it's available here. It's totally free. Zoe said that they made a couple of hobgoblins and gave them some privates. I'll tell you what, Zoe. The first hobgoblin I ever made, also, yes, had privates. Because I thought it was so funny. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should not do that, because like I want to give these as gifts to children. And so I was like, yeah, I won't do that. But yeah, great minds think alike. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3. Yarn question. Gavin asks, how do you make your decreases look so... how do you make the decreases not look holy or patchy? I find that my invisible decrease doesn't look as good as my increases. That is a good question. So to answer the first part, I was originally going to say you want to use invisible decreases, but you clearly are using invisible decreases, so that's not going to help you as much. But I'm going to be making invisible decreases for the body of the rocket in like probably like 15 minutes or so. I'll probably get to there. So let me go through a little bit more instructions when we get to that, and that way I can also like kind of think about it. But off the top of my noggin, how do you make them less holy? The first thing that comes to mind is maybe to increase your gauge, meaning that decrease your gauge. Maybe like crocheting more tightly by using a smaller crochet hook might help. It might be the yarn you're using also can be kind of holy. I usually don't find the whole problem when I use invisible decreases. Question for your invisible decreases, Gavin. Are you working your invisible decreases into the front loops only of the 2 stitches like you normally should? Or are you doing more of like a single crochet 2 together? Because if you're not working into those front loops only, I can see that being a reason why your patterns get a little holy. But normally invisible decreases are usually pretty invisible and good at like hiding your stitches and stuff. So yeah, that's usually not a problem. So I'm very curious about how we can help you solve this issue. If anybody in the chat has any other good ideas to help Gavin out, that would be cool to hear too. But when we get to our invisible decreases, I'm going to run through them on video for you, Gavin, when we get to them for the rocket section of this pattern. You know, the body. So maybe that'll help, but it might just be a gauge problem. I'm not really sure. We're going to find out, though, together. Okay. So now we've got our window here. We're going to add the white to the window after we've sewn the window onto the rocket itself. But let's just hide this end in before we even get to that. Go. There we go. All right. I've got a Jimbo fur in my nose. I can feel it. And a Jimbo behind me. Oh my God, he's so cute. Oh yeah, Gavin, that's definitely gonna affect it. Yeah, if you're overstuffing your project, it doesn't matter how tightly you crochet and stuff. If you overstuff your project, you're gonna have stuff shining through. Okay, we're gonna need our white too. I think I might even have some white that's already open. I think this will be enough. Oh, here's even more. Yeah, so we'll use this. Yeah, practice makes perfect for sure. I will say gauge is one of the hardest things to explain, especially to a new crocheter, because it's something that only really comes with a lot of practice. There are a few like techniques and tips I can give you, but the majority of my tips are going to come from practice itself. So yeah, practice makes perfect, especially when it comes to working on gauge. Before I get started on the rocket's body, we have a tipper that I totally missed. Cooper, thank you so much for your support. Super duper appreciated. And I'm really sorry that I did not see that sooner. But I do have a star just for you. Where did I put it though? There it is. I have this thick star for you. Look at this. I made a double thickness star. He's a honky guy. And it's so cute too. It looks like a little something you'd make a wish on. So we're gonna add this to the background for Cooper. I actually have a spot right here that is nice and open. So we're gonna add a star right there, right behind me. So Cooper, that is for you. Can you see it? Right there. That's your star. Actually, to be honest, Cooper, your star is probably like, I think there's like 5 or 6 of these stars that are yours. Thank you so much for your support. Super duper ultra appreciated. Oh, you left a little message too. It says, love the rocket ship lamp so much. It's such a fun craft. Sadly, you forgot the fairy lights, so I'll have to finish your lamp another day. Okay, all good. Yeah, I've been thinking about other ways to do that too. Like instead of using those fairy lights. Okay. Where was I?
Where am I? Huh? What? Oh yeah, we're making a rocket.
All right, let's make the top of our rocket now. We'll do our half color change method for this rocket, which is a little bit more of an advanced technique, but you know, I'm feeling a little bit more of an advanced person right now. So we're gonna do that. But we gotta start like normal anyhow. 6. If we go fast enough, I might be able to make an ultra mini rocket also. We might try to make a new design today for a Amigurumi rocket. I haven't really made any Amigurumi for this season, so it would be nice to make some. Hold on. I got an itchy eyeball. There we go. De-itchified. There we go. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited. The prototype for my game. So I showed you right there my the one I showed you was like my handmade prototype that I made myself by just printing and pasting on stuff and stuff like that, which, you know, takes a little bit of time and effort. But this week, or next week rather, I should be getting my prototype for the manufactured version of the game, which I'm so excited about because I put so much time and effort into this, into the game, into like the printed version of it, and it's gonna look really, really, really cool. At least I really hope so. And I'm supposed to get my first draft of that prototype next week, so I am like very, very excited. Jordan says they usually tighten it up a little bit more than the surrounding stitches. I think that they're talking about with the invisible decreases, saying that they usually tighten their decreases up a little bit more, which does make a lot of sense because by tightening your stitches, you're also going to make your stitches, your decreases more decreasy, you know? So that is actually a pretty good tip, Jordan. Just try to crochet your invisible decreases a little tighter. Don't overdo it though, Gavin. You're not looking to like break your yarn or make it crazy tight. And in fact, the tighter you work, the more visible those invisible decreases are going to be, which it kind of defeats the purpose of it being invisible, you know? So be careful about that. But yes, especially if you're having a problem with gauge and your yarn or stuffing sticking through, is just kind of like tighten your grip a little bit more. Jordan also says that for amigurumi they work tighter stitches than they would for wearables. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that is definitely a good move. I mean, it does depend on what wearable you're making, but for, I would say like 90% of the time you want to chill out a little bit more if you're making a wearable item. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's the end of round 4. So now I'm on to round 5, and we're gonna do the half color changes here. Oh, we're working on something new on the website. We're working on a lot of things on the website actually, but one of the things we're working on is that we are making a so currently the system is like when you go to a pattern, you can hit start pattern and it will take you to to the beginning of the pattern. But I was using the website the other day and I was like, man, I wish it just said like continue pattern, because I have to keep scrolling every time after I go to a pattern. So we are currently working on that, where if you have added a check mark to the website and you go to that pattern, it'll say continue pattern instead of start pattern, and then it'll jump you straight to the last place that you were at in the pattern. So we're currently working on that on the website, as well as a bunch of additional new features and stuff. We're kind of working on redoing the browse page, redoing the home page a bunch, and pretty much completely overhauling the system in which you can get patterns. So there's a lot of new stuff coming to the website soon that I'm very, very excited for. I don't know if you normally crochet our patterns using the website's digital patterns, or if you use the PDFs or what, but there is a pretty cool system on the website for crocheting patterns where you have check marks to keep track of your progress. The video will go with you, like scroll with you, so that you can crochet along with the tutorial. And yeah, and we're adding a bunch of additional features to it too. If you have any thoughts about features, by the way, feel free to let me know. I'm always taking feedback, whether that's on the website or for my patterns or whatever. I'm always down to hear feedback, and you will never offend me, unless you're being like really mean. So just don't be mean. But if you're not being super mean, I am here to listen. I would. I'm working in a vacuum a little bit. This is just pretty much me and a friend of mine who helps me with the website. But outside of us two, that's pretty much all that's working here. So if you have advice, I'm always looking for it. I am kind of running a one-man ship and always can use the feedback. For cleaner color. Oh yes, there you go. Perfect. Tig. Hi Tig, how are you? Have I made a rocket ship pattern that the astronaut fits in? Just curious. Actually, I have. Check this out. I don't know where the guy is for it though. Oop. Sorry, bud. I just like kind of stepped on Jimbo's tail. Yeah, check this out. He's okay though. I barely stepped on it. This is a rocket that I was working on. I didn't add the things for it yet. This was originally an idea I had for this season, but I kind of gave up on it because it looked so weird. But I haven't added the rocket parts of it yet. And there was an astronaut for it. I don't know where the astronaut went for it. I was working on like a little tiny guy for it. But he's gone. But a good example here will be this little alien actually. So I basically was trying to make it so that it was like an alternative version of the UFO where you could put an astronaut in here. It's a little small for it, but we can still make it work with our alien. So you can take the alien out of their UFO, and you can pop the window down, and it makes a little seat. And then you can put your alien. It's just like kind of a tight fit. It does work. There you go. Actually, that's not too bad there. But you can see that it's got like that indented bit to it there. That's what I was kind of like, oh, that's not really what I was looking for. And then the season was coming up, and I had other things that I had to make, so I kind of put this on the back burner. But he's like really in there. There we go. But yeah, to answer your question, yes, I was working on something. It just never came to fruition. But there's always patterns that are coming out during these seasons that I have been working on that I'm like, oh, maybe that'll happen, maybe that won't. So that's one of them. But eventually what I want to do is come out with a new come out with all these extra ideas that I've had throughout these seasons later on. 1, 2, 3. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I messed up. Hold on. We gotta go back. There we go. 1, 2, 3. See, so that's the end of the round. So there we go. Okay, back to it. Let's get that yarn back. It looks more like a summer. Yeah, see, exactly, Michelle. That is why it was put on the back burner. I was like, that doesn't really look right. I mean, it would look more like a spaceship if I had the fins on the rocket. Hi, Jimbo. Hi, buddy. Jimbo's really wet. His butt's all wet because... Yeah, do you want to tell him or do you want me to tell him? Okay, I'll tell him. You jumped in the shower, didn't you? And then I was like, I'm going to turn the shower on. And you were like, I don't care. I want to be here. And I said, get out of the shower. And he said, no. And so I turned the shower on. And now you got all wet. But you learned your lesson, didn't you? he needed a bath anyhow, so it kind of works. You're so cute. Wow, I love this. Thank you. You really think so? Okay, you don't. You're a liar. You're just saying what you want. You're just saying what you think I like. Oh, knock it off. You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, it looks more like a submarine. That's where we were. Okay, Jimbo, I'm back to crocheting, so now you have to leave me alone. Yeah, I think it would look good if I finished it too. I just need to put in the extra effort, and I think that's going to be probably one of those patterns that I come back to in a later season. So, yeah, what I was trying to say before was I plan on starting to do seasons in between that are going to be basically looking back at past seasons and making a few patterns from those past seasons that never came out. For example, we have like a few patterns from our Sweet Stitches that didn't get finished that I've been trying to complete, stuff like that. What size hook did I use for the giant sun that you made? I used a size, hold on, I have it right here. Actually, I think I used a big size. Hold on, Jimbo, I'm answering a question, buddy. Okay, I'm pretty sure I used this one, which was a size P16, but I actually think this one, focus, there you go. But I actually think this one was too big. Oh, we're glowing again, Jimbo. Stop! What are you doing? Jimbo, chill. You're being crazy, my boy. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I used this one, but I actually regret using this one. I wish I used a smaller hook. I wish I used this hook, which was the size 5.5 millimeter, which is pretty significantly smaller. But actually, something maybe in between these two would be nice. It was using a, what yarn was it? It was I believe, Bernat blanket yarn. It was what I was using during the, during that tutorial. I think so. I'm pretty sure. Zoe said that their cat used to always get into the shower. Yeah. When we actually first got Jimbo, literally like I think the day after we got Jimbo, he ran to the bathroom when I was like getting ready to take a shower, and then he would stand on the median between where the tub was and like there were like sheets, like that you would, like a shower curtain. And there was like two layers of the shower curtain. The one that faced the shower and then the one that faced the outside. And he would sit in the in-between area and just stare at me in the shower. It was super creepy, especially because I had just gotten this cat. And I was like, are you just like some pervert that was put into a cat's body or something? What is going on here? But no, he just liked to be near me all the time. And he still does, as you can tell. And he does not like me giving attention to anybody else. Especially when it's a live stream. He's just a very needy cat. But it's so cute. Like, what am I supposed to do, What am I supposed to do? He's just so cute. Thank you for letting me know, Nicole. I did fix it. Okay. That is okay. Okay, yep, that's your nails. That's your claws. You're right, bud. Wow, so smart. Hey, buddy. No. I know you want to play, but we're not in a playing time right now. Actually, he probably doesn't even want to play. He probably just wants to cuddle. He really just likes to fall asleep on me. Yesterday we got back from something. What did we get back from? Oh, a walk. Me and Jules went on like a really long walk. We have this hill in our neighborhood that we hate walking up, but it's really good for us, and honestly we've been kind of lazy and kind of need some more exercise. Which I think, we all kind of need some more exercise. But us two especially right now. Because we're getting married soon. And I'm very excited. But I don't want to be too fat for my wedding. So we've been walking up this hill. And it was, oh my god, it's so exhausting. You get up to the top and you're like, I'm going to die now. And then you have to walk all the way back home. And it's like, but I got home, I sat down and started to doom scroll for about maybe 5 to 10 seconds. And then Jimbo jumped up and did not leave me alone for the next, forever. Fell asleep right on my chest. It was so cute. It was really sweet, but it was also like, dude, chill. Oh, you know what? There are instructions in this pattern for how to add little tiny windows that I don't think I've made in a long time. So why don't we do that today too? We'll make our rocket with some extra windows on the side. That's a cute. I haven't done that. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that real quick too. We're just going to do that with bobble stitches, by the way. I think he's done. I think he's done with us. Maybe he'll go into the cat cam. Be a good boy. Good boy. No, he probably won't. He's probably going to go into his box. No. Hey Zoe, how are the pigeons? We didn't get a pigeon update last week. I'm guessing the pigeons are just pigeony. Or maybe actually they might have flown the coop by now. I don't know. Okay, so 1, 2. We're adding our blue windows here for a slightly altered rocket. Sorry, I've got Jimbo fur in my nose right now. And it's driving me actually crazy. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, question for you guys. Does anybody out there have oh, you totally could do that. Oh yeah, totally. Zoe, you could totally do the eyeball or the windows like the eyes of the goober alien. That's actually a super good idea. We made ours already to be 3-dimensional, so we'll use this one, but that really is a great idea. I can't believe I've never done that before. Okay, so what I was going to say was my brother sneezes insanely loud and it drives me crazy. Does anybody else in your life sneeze insanely loud? And what can I do to convince my brother that he does not need to scream every time he sneezes? Because I can't figure it out. He literally, achoo! And I'm like, dude, that is so unnecessary. You could have held all that in. I guarantee it. Like, what happens if you gotta be sneaky and you gotta sneeze? You're telling me you couldn't hide that sneeze more than just a scream? I don't know. Hey, Amy, how are you? In Opalescent. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a great day. What have you guys been up to? How's your week been? What are you guys doing this weekend? You know, all those fun questions. It looks like we're going to use a full-on bobble stitch. I was going to do a mini bobble, but it says to do a full bobble stitch in the tutorial, and might as well stick to that. Yeah, we'll do with that. But yeah, what are you guys up to this weekend? Doing anything fun? Going anywhere fun? Fighting any dragons? I can't fight dragons anymore. They told me that I gotta stop beating up dragons. They didn't do anything, but it's like, you know, what if I want their horde? You're telling me I can't get their horde? Because why? Because why? Give me a reason, you know? That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I've been trying to say all along. I think I might have put these windows a little high. No, actually, you know, they are a little high, but I think that'll look pretty nice, actually. So I'm going to keep them. That's what I do, Zoe. I sneeze like a little baby. Like, my sneezes will be like, you know? So, I don't understand how scream sneezes even happen. Yeah, you don't either? You sneeze so loud, dude. You sneeze loud, the loudest. Yes, you do. And you shoot snot rockets all over the place. What, you don't want me to tell him that? Well, too bad. The cat is out the bag. You shoot snot rockets all the time. Well, sorry. Yeah? Can they hear you? They better. Is that what you're saying? You demand attention? Come here. Okay. Let's answer a couple questions then, Jimbo. Let's talk to Zoe. Ooh, Zoe says Zoe has some pigeon updates, bud. Yes. Oh, thank you. You're very sweet. Don't you bite me. Don't you bite me though. Zoe says that Midge the Pidge flew away after surveying the parking lot for 30 minutes. Then a raven came by, and she was like, okay, I out of here for good. Bye. So we can say bye to Midge the Pidge. Till next year. I hope Midge comes back and lays a whole nether generation of eggs at your place. Can you guys hear him purring? I think they can hear you purring. You're so loud. Yeah, have him do it in front of pretty good. Hey. No jumping into the light box. Okay. Yes. Don't bite me. Stop it. Well, I don't like to be bit. Okay. You got me all slobbered, man. You got spit all over my face. You're lucky you're so cute. Well, we gotta keep crocheting, buddy. People aren't here to listen to you meow. They're here to hang out and crochet together. Well, then learn how to crochet, man. What do you want from me? Oopsies. Most demanding cat ever. Gosh. And Jimbo, you know what? Every time I pick you up, I'm just covered in your fur. I'm lucky I shaved today. If I don't shave, oh my god, my beard is just Jimbo. I get a Jimbo beard. Just his fluff. Because it's getting nice and warm now, so their fluff is getting more and more uncontrollable is the word we're going to use. All right, so that's actually going to be the end of using our blue yarn. We can put this to the side, use it for future projects. Jimbo, we're not going to scream anymore. No more screaming. Okay, so now we have just a bunch of rounds of single crochets. We've done 6 and 7. We have 2 more rounds to do of just single crochet stitches. And then we can start to decrease it down, and I can show, hey, that's my butt. Stop it. I'm not a scratching post, despite how I look. Jimbo thinks I look like a scratching post. I don't know why. I don't know what I did to deserve this. This treatment. How dare you love me? Jordan's going to Texas next week. Cool. Texas is a big place. Where in Texas are you going? That's like saying, I'm going to Europe next week. Maybe it's a little bit smaller than Europe, but I don't know if it's that much smaller than Europe. Texas is huge. Texas is huge. I'll tell you right now. Jules and I did that accent last night and improvised a scene for like legitimately 30 minutes. It was just like, well, I don't know, boo. It was so long. Hey, come on, buddy. No more. Go lay in your bed. Here. Yes. Come here. Lay in your bed. No. Lay in your bed. Lay in your bed. See? This is good. No, you're on camera there. And that's great. That you get attention. You just don't know you're getting it. You don't know you're getting it. If you knew you were getting attention in that spot, then maybe you stay there. So we need a video of everybody who's watching you's face staring straight at you. Will that make you sit there? Maybe. We need, you know what we need? We need a cat bed that's like this tall so that he can be face to face with me, but not... He is going full Chaos Gremlin today. Hey, stop it. You're going to be kicked out. I'm giving you 5 more chances. 5. That's 1. Stop. No, go away. All right. 2 more rounds, or 1 more round, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1 more round, and then we start decreasing it. Because Jimbo, we still got the hardest part of this pattern to do, which is going to be making the actual stand for the rocket ship. So I need patience. Full Chaos Gremlin mode. Alright, let's catch up. So what kind of aliens are you guys thinking about making for the challenge? Zoe, do you got anything planned for the challenge? I am so curious. Cooper, you making anything fun for the challenge? We've gotten a few submissions, and they are super cool looking. I'm just so curious to see what everybody ends up making. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Boop. Jules and I just started watching the new show on Dimension 20 called Never Stop Exploding. I think that's what it's called. It's so silly fun. I actually love it. It is an extremely fun show. You should check it out if you haven't. If you're not a Dimension 20 guy, you should be, because it's very cool. Oh, hey, here is an invisible decrease for you. Sorry, I'm having a name fart, but here's how to do a quick little invisible decrease. I'm gonna change the lighting just really quick here, and we're gonna come back to it. 14 was the normal one, just so you can see the stitches just a little bit better. So here is just a quick tip for invisible decreases. You do want to work into the front loops only for the next 2 stitches. We're going to be doing an invisible decrease here. So that means this stitch, not both stitches. So normally we're working under both like this. For this part, we only want to work into this front loop and then the next front loop simultaneously. You don't want to change your gauge at all. That's what's going to be really important here, so that you don't show your crochet through it. But by working into both these front loops, you're going to leave these back loops worked in, which is actually, it should actually make it even less so stuffing showing through your pieces. So here's how you do it. I like to take my crochet hook, point up from the bottom, And don't stretch it out. That also is going to be really important. Don't stretch it out at all. Just let it go into the stitch, then twist the stitch around to get into position under the next stitch right here and poke through the next one. Now you'll be under 2 front loops simultaneously. Then we can yarn over and pull it under those 2 front loops. The best way to do that, in my opinion, is to twist the crochet hook so that the hook lines up with the holes of the invisible decreasing, and then scoop it. So I kind of like bend it in like that to scoop it through the stitch. That's going to help you not accidentally snag on one of the stitches so you don't split the yarn. Splitting the yarn is another reason why you might see your stuffing through your pieces. But that's going to be the main part. Once you get through all of that, you want to pull it just slightly tighter. See, no, I do this for every single stitch though. I pull my stitch tighter after working a single crochet, and that will make the gauge similar for the entire piece. I'll show you it again in the next single crochet. You'll see me pull it a little tighter before I zoom back out. Once you've pulled through those 2 loops, you have 2 loops on the hook. You can yarn over and pull through those 2 loops, 1 and 2, and then I pull tighter again just to keep everything nice and tight. Now watch when I do this next single crochet. So this is just going to be me doing it naturally. I'll go in, I go through, and then I pull slightly tighter, then in, pull through 2 like that, and then tighten it up. That's going to be consistently how I am keeping a similar gauge, and should help a lot with accidentally seeing your stuffing through your piece. All right, let's get back to our original brightness and keep going. 1, 2. Oh, now we just have single crochets. I see what's going on here. Oh man, Cooper is going the cross stitch, the way of the cross stitcher. Wow. Backstabber. Just kidding. That's super cool. Nerdy Artist, hello, welcome to the chat. How have you been? What have you been up to? Making anything fun? What you been working on? Jordan is an anime fan. I like some anime, and then some of it's the most recent anime that I've been really into is Delicious Dungeon. I really like Delicious Dungeon a lot. If you haven't watched that, it's on Netflix, and it's kind of like a D&D anime kind of thing, where they're going into a dungeon and they have to actually eat the monsters in the dungeon to survive, because normally you have to bring in food when you go to a dungeon, but they needed to go really deep into the dungeon, so they decided to like eat monsters instead. And it's really good. It's really, really good. I really like it a lot. Nerdy Artist said that they're just dropping by. Well, thanks for joining. Oh my god, I love that little character you made there. Been going through a lot of mental health stuff. Are right now in the middle of a move. Well, I totally feel that, dude. I've also been going through some mental health stuff. It's been an extremely long and stressful summer for me, and it's not slowing down anytime soon, which can sometimes weigh heavily on your mind. So I totally feel that. I hope you can chill out a little bit more, and I hope things release. I know that's hard to do, but especially when you're in the middle of a move, because gosh, moving is so hard. I'm not looking forward for when we have to move again. So I totally feel that. But yeah, good luck, dude. Consistently saying good luck. Made a chunky cat, but yeah, in the middle of a move. Yeah, you don't have a lot of time to crochet when you're in the middle of a move. I get that. And your hubby's getting a truck tomorrow. Wow. Well, congrats on a new car. Yeah, or maybe they're just renting the truck to like move. Regardless though, congratulations. Sounds stressful, but also it's got to happen. So you got to do what you got to do, and I wish you the best. Truly. Good luck with the mental health stuff too. I know how difficult that can be. Yeah, definitely recommending that anime, Amy. That is a good one. Cooper hasn't been feeling the crochet motivation, and I get that. I go through phases, definitely. I hope it comes back to you though, Coop. What have you been cross stitching? Making anything fun? All right, I think this is gonna be the last. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, got it. So this is gonna be. Now we're gonna sew on the window before we continue our piece. So we want this right here. That's our goal. Yeah, cool. Let's do it. You two nerdy artists, take care. Good luck on the move. And next time we talk, you'll probably be in a different location, and congratulations, that's a big deal. All right, so we're gonna go. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this straight in the center right here, and then the rest of it will just be sewn around it. Yeah, I think that's how we'll do it. Nice and easy. Oh, Jordan's watched all of the dubbed anime. Sounds like you gotta start watching it subbed. No more dubbing. Time to start learning Japanese, Jordan. Nihongo ga hanasemasu ka? Okay. I was doing Duolingo yesterday. Or 2 days ago. I actually forgot to do it yesterday. And I was trying to like not think about my Japanese. I was trying to like just do it without thinking and just going really quick. And I'll tell you what, that made me have so many less mistakes than when I actually think about what I'm trying to say. It was like not even close. The amount of like the ability I could comprehend and speak Japanese was insane compared to like when I'm actually trying to think about it. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I gotta stop thinking. I just gotta trust myself. It felt great, but then I also kind of felt like, what am I doing wrong here? Like, why am I having such a difficult time with this when I'm trying to think about it? I mean, like, you know, it's nice to know that it is settling in and my Japanese is getting better, but it's also frustrating when, like, you feel like when you try, you can't do it, but when you don't try, you can. It's like, what the heck does that mean, you know? 1, 2, 3 is what we got to work with. I think we're going to go all the way down to this round here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go in the middle of this stitch. That feels like a good spot. Amy, it's not. My Japanese really isn't very good. It's not good at all. I could not do a conversation right now. I can say small things, and like I said, when I'm not thinking about it, I can like understand Japanese. But when I'm thinking about it, it does not work. It is a very, very difficult language. But every now and then I'll watch something. Like the other day I was watching, what was I watching? I can't remember what it was. But there was like a whole scene in it. Oh, it was The Boys. I was watching The Boys, which is like a show on on Amazon with superheroes and stuff. Doesn't matter. There was a scene where they were speaking in Japanese, and I wasn't looking at the screen, and I knew what they were saying. I was like, whoa. Like, I didn't even think about how I knew what they were saying until afterwards, and I was like, whoa, because I was like crocheting at the time. I was like, oh my gosh. I just realized that I knew what they were talking about without knowing what they were talking about. And that's what I mean. Like, it works when you're not thinking about it. It just like, if you let it just like flow over your brain, at least for me, that's when it, like, I understand the general idea of what's, I don't know like the details, but I know they said like, this weekend is this thing or something like that. Like, and I'll be like, whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, Delicious Dungeon is great. Oh, yep, X1C. I do think, let's see, where does it say to use the blue stitches? Make sure you use the blue stitches on the back of the window while sewing. Keep the gray slip stitches on the outside. Yeah, you know what? I did do it differently. I actually sewed on these. The reason I do that, by the way, you should do what the pattern says, not just what I just did on autopilot. But the reason that is because you see this part right here where the gray is sticking out? That's because I use this gray yarn and I worked into the slip stitches. What I should have been doing is on the inside of this, there's like back loops of this blue stitches. I should have been working into that. But I was not thinking. I was just doing, and I have made a mistake. But honestly, whatever. It's not even that big of a mistake, you know? Sometimes you just gotta go with it. And only y'all will know about that. The other thing I want to do, though, before I continue on, is I'm going to add a little bit of white shine to these windows. Do I want to do it to all the windows? Or just to the one? I don't know. Let's start with the one, and we'll see if we want to add any more after that. Howdy doody, rubber band guy. How you doing? How you doing? Whoa. Oh, yeah. No, Jordan, absolutely not. I would not be able to. I also don't do subbed. I only do dubbed because I am going to crochet while I'm watching something. And if I can't crochet, then why am I watching it? That's a joke, but only like kinda. Yeah, but I totally feel that. I have to. I can't watch things that have subtitles. It's just too difficult. Guess we're gonna go right here for this shine. Do I want to double the shine up? Probably. Let's double it up. Come on. Yeah, that's pretty good. I guess we could have just done the one shine. And we'll double it. I mean, we're already out here anyhow. We out here doubling. Doubling. That was my Irish accent. Dublin. Yeah. Ed's out here making ghosts in the summer. Summer ghosts. Summer ghosts sounds like the name of the title of a song. Summer ghosts. Today Ed was making ghost Amigurumi, but you were crocheting on the wrong side and only realized at the end, so I turned it inside out and just finished it. That's awesome. How did the pattern go, by the way? Any feedback on it? That's pretty good. I like that shine of that. I kind of do want to add shine to these little windows, but maybe I shouldn't. I'm kind of bummed that this window is a little further away, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Change everything and redo the whole thing? No way. No way. Anybody know what I'm quoting there? No way. Seashells, sea hell. It's an old school YouTube video where this gecko is like, it doesn't matter. It's a old video. Hold on, we got some action going on. Oh, we missed it. Oh, the cats were battling. We missed it. Dang it. are looking out the window and getting grumbly with each other. And it's so cute, but it's also kind of like Jimbo can be a bit of a bully. I'm stuffing this up just a little bit right now. Just a little bit. We'll stuff it more after this next round as well. Let's keep going. Oh, cool, Amy. That's awesome. I have to make it more clear that people can use my patterns for shops. So like you can sell things that you make using my patterns on Etsy or in a market if you want to, however you want to do it. And I should make that more clear, you know? By the way, I don't actually sell any of my finished crochet pieces because, I don't know, I don't usually want to, and because I like them all. It's just hard for me to let go of my crochet. Even though I have like 1 million copies of everything, for some reason, I have a hard time letting go. But next season, I'm changing my tune a little bit because for our for the Lava Run crowdfunding project, we're doing it on BackerKit. So part of me wants to say Kickstarter, but it's not Kickstarter that we're doing it on, so I can't say that, or I shouldn't say that because it's just confusing. So it's essentially going to be a Kickstarter, but we're not doing it on Kickstarter. We're doing it on a different website called BackerKit. It's going to launch in September. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because one of the things that I'm going to do is sell my finished dinosaurs. I'm going to have, I'm going to try to get to 100 pieces that are exclusive limited time crochet pieces that you can buy to support the project, but also to get a little hand crocheted piece for me. So I'm changing my tune a bit for that. Tuna. Huh. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on that, obviously. I'm very excited about it, and I've already started crocheting some of the dinos for it. I want to make them pretty unique from one another so that, you know, there's a reason. You know, I'm like, hey, this is really exclusive. I'm not going to make one like this ever again. Yeah, and I'm making little tags for them too, to be like, look, this is an original. This is number, like, I'm doing 99, so I'm going to have little tags that say this is one of 99. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. We're getting the Club Crochet lore. Oh man, there's a lot of Club Crochet lore. Like, there's all this lore from these characters too. I should do like a lore dump video. Oh my god, that would be such a funny thing. I should do that for April Fool's Day. That'd be such a silly, fun idea. There's actually for example, there's all this lore for the goblins. Actually, you know what? I'll read you something if you want to hear it. I'll tell you what. I'll make it do. This is something that's like super secret and private, kinda. So I usually don't like to talk about it. But I have a whole script that I wrote for something that I'll read for you. Let's say if this video gets 100 likes. We're at 65. I don't know if it'll get there, but if we get to 100 likes, I'll read you this special thing that I wrote a long time ago. But yeah, we got a little bit to get there anyhow. But it is a lore. It is the lore of the goblinoids. Tells you everything you need to know about like where they came from and why they exist and stuff. But I have a bunch of different kinds of lore like that. For example, wait, really? Is this just? Am I really just supposed to work a slip stitch into each stitch now? This is the last round. Wow, cool. Like the burbs, for example, are secret agents. I'm still trying to figure out the lore for the burbs. I'm basically thinking like they're secret agents, disguised as different kinds of birds. They're spying on you. I'm not sure if they're aliens. I kind of think they're aliens, but I don't know. And they are, let's see, aliens. Or they're secret agents, like government agents, maybe. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out that lore. I want to do like a silly film noir style like video series for them of like she came into my blah, 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 blah. I just think it'd be so funny if it was like a mystery that they were trying to solve or something. I don't know. I'm still thinking it through. I'm always trying to think of lore with my different characters, though, especially the ones that have like more of a more stuff behind them. So, for example, like the Bonimals are a great example of lore. There's actual lore for the Bonimals of like how they were created and why. They were created in a lab. We were trying to create blah blah blah. There's a whole video on it. Sorry, I just got real deep into the nerd aspect of my everything. Front loop's only warning, the back loop's only a slip stitch. We're gonna slip stitch in each. Okay, cool. This is the last round of crochet. After this, we're just gonna sew things together, and then we're gonna make our stand. Very nervous and excited about how we're gonna do the stand. We're kind of just gonna do it by the edge of our seats, so we'll figure it out. We'll do it live. F it, we'll do it live. We're gonna do it live. It's gonna work. Or it won't. Nah, we'll make it work. Right? Right? Okay. There we go. There is our rocket boosters. Looking pretty good. That. We're gonna hide this end in and then sew everything together. We also need to stuff it a little bit too. Oh wow, we lost some viewers there. Oh well. Probably because I was talking all that lore. Lol. Eat it. Eat it. There we go. Hey, Kaylin. How you doing? Just popping in to say hi. Well, hi. How are you? How's your week been? What you been up to? What you been making? Making anything fun? Producing anything fun? Okay, we need to stuff just a little bit more, and then we can sew on the fins. And then we'll be done with the base part of this. Do I have any plans for pod people in the future? I love those patterns. Thanks, Tyg. I love those patterns too. I've had plans for those pod people for a long time, actually. So the answer is yes. The plan is to release a tutorial series that teaches you how to make your own pod people of any kind of person or any kind of character. I've wanted to do that for a long time. I just have not had the time to put into it because I know how detailed I want to get on it. You know, I want to get to like, here's how to make hair, here's how to make different types of parts to sew on, and here's exactly where color changes should be done. So there's a lot that goes into it. I also want to create a color chart for it. But yes, the answer to your question is yes, I do definitely have plans for them in the future. Probably not even that distant of the future, but we will see. I just hope I can, yeah. I hope I can get the time to work on that sooner rather than later, because I also want to do pretty much a very similar thing with the bobbleheads. So I've made a few of these bobbleheads. I think they're just such a fun, cool idea. And so I want one of the seasons. This is supposed to be a bobblehead of me. But yeah, I want to do bobbleheads. I want to do pod people again. I really want to do a season of puppets in general. But yeah, to answer your question, yes, I do have plans for them. Hopefully sooner over later. Okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna start at the base here and then work our way up it. Kaylin is good. You played softball with your construction company. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. I'm sorry you lost, but also, you know, sometimes it's not really about that. Working on a Canucks fin plush. That's cute. Softball's fun. I really want to get into some kinds of, maybe not sports. I really want to get back into something competitive a little bit. That's physically competitive. So I don't know what it is exactly yet, but my body wants to do something like that. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, what I want to do is I want to play Super Smash Brothers competitively, but I shouldn't. You know what I mean? I shouldn't. I don't know if it's really that good for me. I'd rather do something that like maybe has a little bit more physical activity. But also at the same time, I don't really want to do physical activity, you know? Maybe dodgeball. Dodgeball would be fun. I used to love dodgeball. And there was a group when I was in San Francisco, a men's dodgeball league, that I always wanted to join. But I never did it. I wish I did. Actually, I know why I didn't do it. Originally, I didn't do it because I thought it was only a gay men's dodgeball team because everybody I knew that did it was gay, and they called it a gay men's dodgeball team. But then I talked to someone there, and they were like, "Oh no, you could join. There's straight men that join." And I was like, "Oh, well, I'm moving now. Dang. Shoot, that would have been cool." Right, Amy? The bobblehead, yeah. I think it's a really good idea. Yeah. Oh, pickleball. I do love pickleball. Jules and I play it every now and then. We haven't played in like a month or so, but we love pickleball. I used to be really, really big into ping pong. So it's pretty easy transition to go from ping pong to pickleball, you know? There we go. It's pretty good. Okay. And let's see, did we get that? I don't think we've even gotten close to the 100 likes for that lore dump. I also think we're going to lose likes if I say it, but I made a promise. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, we're not close yet. I'll probably read it regardless because I want to now. But I'll do it near the end. Okay. That's one fin. Let's do the next one. We're going to do the two front ones first. What is pickleball? Is that an American thing? You know, it actually, I don't know if it's an American thing necessarily, but it probably is. I don't know. Pickleball is it's a game. It's kind of like a mix between pinball and tennis. Would that be accurate, you guys? Basically, you are, it's kind of like, it's very tennis-y. You're controlling a little wiffle ball. A very light wiffle ball, and your paddles, instead of like tennis rackets, your paddles are like almost like giant ping pong paddles, and it's much quicker. It's like pop 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 pop. You're like playing really close up to the net, and you don't have to use too much. Like, it uses exercise, definitely. You will sweat, but it is not like super duper like exhausting, kind of. Like, you don't have to like go crazy with it. You don't have to run across a field and stuff. You're just kind of like running back and forth. But yeah, it's kind of like tennis with a ping pong paddle. It's really, really fun though. I highly suggest checking it out, especially if you're someone like me that doesn't really like to exercise but kind of needs something to do. Yeah, it's a great thing to do for that. I'm trying to get through this middle of this stitch. There we go. There we go. Yeah, highly recommended. I guarantee. Well, actually, I don't know where you're at, Amy. But there's probably pickleballs somewhere near you. I know near us, it's like everywhere. Like everywhere. There's like probably 10 to 15 pickleball courts that are within a 5-minute drive from my house. That's how prevalent it is here in California. It is a very, very popular sport. I'm kind of surprised it's not like been Olympic yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's go out one. Let's go down to here instead. Is that too far out? Far out. Yeah, it is. We're gonna go into the middle of this stitch next to it then. Right. Right there. Oh, you're in the UK. It might be. I don't know. I really have no idea. It's a fun sport though. Yeah, we'll just keep it close. Yeah, we'll just keep it close. Tig wants to hear that script. Okay, cool. I'll try to read it before the end of the live stream. I will say it is a very rough draft. It's just something fun that I made. Basically, and I'll explain this again before I read it, if I read it today. Basically, I'm working on a version of Stitched, my tabletop game that you make. It's called Stitched War That You Craft. It's like a battle game where you make the goblins and trolls and stuff. And I've been trying to make a version of it that I'm calling Stitched Story Mode, which is essentially like a role-playing version of the game. And for the role-playing version of the game, I wrote basically an introduction that introduces the world and what's going on and how to start the game and stuff like that. Because I have a whole story that I've written about a town called Mogsby, and all these goblins that live there, and this whole lore of where goblins come from, and yeah, I'll read it for you in a sec. I actually have I even have like a soundtrack that goes along with it. You'll love it. You'll love it. Okay, but we'll get there. One more fin to add to the rocket, and then we can start making the rocket part. Oh, thanks, Amy. Yeah, those are actually all the stars that are in the background, Amy, are from people that have supported the channel. So if you'd like to add your star to the background somewhere, there's not just stars, by the way. Some of them are actually spaceships and stuff. So, well, it looks like our astronaut here was thinking about taking a break, which we cannot allow. No breaks in space, astronaut. Hold on. He does not want to chill. You need big chill energy here, Mr. Astronaut. There we go. Yeah, so some of them are astronauts, little aliens. We've got some like rocket ships and moons, and here's a little UFO right there. But yeah, if you'd like to add any to it, please consider donating. You can donate by tipping. By going to clubcrochet.com/tip, or you can do a super chat. Either way, we'll add a star. And yeah, I've got one more star and a moon and a rocket ship left. And then I'll add some more things probably over the weekend. Like I'll make some more things just in case other people want to donate. As we come to the end of our season. We'll just go ahead and come out there for right now. Sew this part on. Yeah, the UFO is really cool. The UFO actually changes to be this. So this is our astronaut UFO. See, so you poke it through. Here, actually, I'll show you one that I haven't poked through because this one's got a magnet that I want to kind of avoid doing. So here's one that's already kind of done, and you poke it out like that, and then it's a UFO. And then you poke it in, and the alien can fly in it. And then this one I did here on the live stream has a magnet in the bottom, and we made a tractor beam that kind of magnetically attaches. And then we also have a cow. Hold on, I'll show you. This was like such a fun live stream. Wait, sit, stay. So we have a cow. Ugh. This goes on there. Hold on. Stay in your ship. He's like, I don't need any more cows. And then the cow magnetically attaches to that, and then it can be pulled up. Isn't that funny? It's so cool. Okay. Stay there though. Stay. All right, that'll work. Okay, back to this. Sorry, I got excited. We're going too slow. Start there. Okay. We're gonna end right there. So 1, 2, yeah. So we're gonna do that half stitch again. Like, why do you fight me so? Why, I ask? Money. Oh, that's what? Ah! There we go. I did not want to go into that stitch. But we said, nay, you shall. Okay. Yeah, we'll just stick with this stitch. Do I have a pattern out for the cow? Yeah, it's actually it's a version of a bonimal. And the bonimals are a series of patterns that I have that teach you how to make like a bunch of different kinds of animals. And if you use a few different sections together, you can make the cow. I've been meaning to do a tutorial for the cow itself, just the cow, but you can work it out using the bonimal pattern. It's basically just like the pig nose and the pig ears done in black and white, and I used a bobble stitch in between the legs to make the udder. You can see right here, like a bobble stitch, mini bobble stitch right there for the udder, and I just did color changes. So yeah, I need to come out with an actual tutorial for the cow, but you can work it out. It is definitely doable. But I'll work on something there. Yeah, it's been on my to-do list for actually a long time. I wanted to do one for that. I want to do one for a beaver. I want to do one for... I did one for a dragon. I want to do one for a little demon. And then like a cat and probably a dog. 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're going to go up. I'm just going to use this half of this stitch here. A lot of halves for this one. All right, one more stitch and then we'll be done with the rocket part of the pattern, and then we're gonna do the complicated part of the pattern, which is not crochet related. Into that stitch and out through right here. Okay. Let's double knot, cut close, and move on to the next part. Yes, Zoe is right. Wash your grubby hands. This is a great crochet tip. Cotton does like to pick up dirty hands, so make sure your hands aren't grimy. Unless you want to make something grimy. Actually, your grimy hands are probably perfect for the goblins, though. Okay, so we've got our rocket done. We'll put that right here. Now, let's make the its rocket ship stand. So we're going to use these lights. We're going to use this wire. And we're going to use some cardboard. Okay, we're going to use these crappy scissors too, so we don't ruin the scissors too much. Okay, so I just got this like simple piece of cardboard from, I don't even know what this is. We're just going to start by cutting out a circle for our base. We don't need it too big. You know what, let's see if we can get a, let's do this right now. Let's see if we can't get something to draw a circle on. Let's see, what do we got? What do we have that's circular? That's a good shape for this. We want something kind of big. Oh, this will work perfect. A thing of peanuts. Okay, so that should be pretty good. And we need a Sharpie. Oh, actually, just a pen will work, huh? Do I have a pen? Hold on. We need a writing utensil. Just anything, man. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we'll start by drawing a circle. I'm going to draw it up here just in case I need to use another bit. Okay. So there's our base. And we're just going to cut this circle out. And we're going to try not to bend the cardboard too much as we do. So we do want this to be straight. Throw that down to the ground and deal with it later. Okay, so we cut a base out of cardboard. Clean our station a bit. All right, so that's step one. Step two is we want to get this into this cardboard and really secure it down. So we're going to straighten this out a lot. We don't need our rocket to be this tall, obviously, but we want this extra just in case. So basically what we kind of want to do is we kind of want to make it go like this around, you know? Because the more of a spiral we make out of this, the more it's going to hold its shape better. So what we'll do, actually, we'll go from the center. So I'm going to go into the center and then out through another stitch, and that way I can like secure this wire to the piece, maybe? I'm just trying to think about the best way to do this. Because I'm worried that it'll like slide down and over. I mean, we could glue it, but I kind of want to avoid using glue if I can. We might be able to like sew it down. That could work. In fact, we probably are going to want to sew this part down too. All right, let's start by doing this. I'm just going to poke down a circle and then another circle here so I can go around and then just kind of like get this more secured to the cardboard. So we're going to start right here. Maybe I should start by actually like poking a hole with something else. Okay, so now we got two holes. Go in through one. And then I'm going to bend this down and around so that we can secure this in. We're just going to make this into a little U like that and go back into it like this. maybe this U should be actually more of like a flattened shape. Let's get some pliers here to help us out. Where do I put my pliers? Okay, let's try this again. So we want this to be flattened. So I'm going to flatten it like that. Yeah, we really want that to be flat. And then we'll pull that through like this. Okay. And then I just want to pull this wire down and make it go around it. Okay. Okay, so the idea here is we just want this secured in. We probably are going to either sew this down later or use a... I don't know how we're going to do it. But next up, we're going to turn this and we want to have it start to go like that. Now we need something to work around. So I actually have something that might work here. Let's see. 1 second. This should help us out. We don't need something like this, but this will be like a nice thing to work off of. So we're going to have it go around like this. Actually, we could just straight up use this thing too. If you want to make a cone, you totally could do that instead. That's a great idea, Zoe. We're going to do that actually. We might glue, another circle around this. But now I'm going to go around this thing just to start to get a shape of how I want this wire to be done. It's like this. We want it to be more of a spiral. Oops, a little bit higher up of a spiral. We don't have that much wire to work with. Okay. Yeah. Like that. Yeah, that helps a little bit. Okay. Okay. What's going to be important here is we want this to be sturdy enough so that it can hold our rocket upright. So we really want this to be sitting, like if we can keep this down like that. I mean, I'm okay if it's like turned, that's totally fine if we have it like this. That's not a big deal because then it still looks like it's like rocketing to the atmosphere. I just don't want it to like be slipping downwards too much. So I'm going to try to secure this down by sewing it down, I think. I think it's probably the best move. And then like what Zoe said, we'll make another piece of this cardboard and we'll glue the second piece of the cardboard to the first piece to keep it together. But like this is going to go like that. We just want it to be upright so that the window is at the top like this. And we're gonna add this rocket part at the end, by the way, so we don't really need to worry about it like being secured to the wire yet. But we do want to do is we want to wrap. We're gonna wrap this around the wire and around the base of our piece too. So why don't we sew down this thing? We have a little bit of our white yarn here. See you later, Rach. Thanks for joining. There we go. And let me use a slightly sharper needle here. Actually, I think the sharper needle is being used to hold this guy up. Nope, that's not right. Where did I put that sharp needle? Uh-oh. I've got a sharp needle hidden somewhere. I guess we're gonna figure that out at a later date. In the meantime, we'll use this sharp needle. Sorry, Mr. Alien. You keep getting knocked over. Okay. So let's see if this works. I mean, it's probably better to just use glue for this part, but I just need this to be stuck there. Yeah, whatever. We'll just sew it in. It's not it's not the most glamorous way to do it, but it works. If I can get this even threaded onto this needle, though. An extremely tiny. There we go. You know what? Maybe we don't actually need an entire piece of yarn for this. Maybe we just need it to be split. Like that. We're figuring it out together. Okay. Boop. Okay. And we're going to sew this onto there. Around that. Down. Okay. I mean, that alone was enough, I think. But let's do one more just to be safe. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then we'll just double knot this to the back here. 1 and 2, like that. Cut it close. All right, so that's sturdied in, and then when we add the rocket in, will it hold its shape is the question. Yeah, maybe we want to add one more right there to really hold it down more. Yeah, let's add one more little bit while we have our needle here. I actually bent my needle. Whatever. Okay. So I want to hold it down right there. Like that. If this is held down like this, will it hold? Yeah, we'll do one more just to be safe, like we did on the first part. And then across, right there. Yeah, that'll work. Not nice and tight. Sorry, I just don't want to do this over the light box because I don't want the end of the thing to scratch the bottom of the light box. Okay. All right. Now let's try it. Yeah, that works. Perfect. Okay, great. So that looks great. Rockets shooting off into space. Now we can add the lights to this. I might want to actually sew these lights down too, like this maybe, and then just have it go around. But here's how we're going to do this. We're going to first unwind this. Now there's a lot more lights here than we need, to be completely honest. So we're going to wrap up and then back down because there's way more lights than are necessary. So I'm just trying to unwind these lights. Thank God Jimbo's not here right now, because Jimbo would be all about this. Okay, these are really sewn together here. Oh, I see what's wrong. This part needs to go through the middle. Okay. All right. Okay, untangled. Oh wait, one more. There we go. All right, so I think the way we should do this is probably from the bottom up. So we'll go like this. This is where it's going to be attached. And then I'll just go ahead. I'm just going to start actually by... Maybe we should actually attach this in and then start winding it up. It wants to go this way for some reason. Maybe if we go like that. From like over here, and then we just like sew all these pieces down. So it's like boop, 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 that's all sewn in. And then we start wrapping around. You know? Actually, I think what we can do, let's try this. I'm gonna try to fold this in half, since this is just like way more lights than we really need. Let's start by folding this in half and just doubling up the lights. And then I'll actually, maybe we can just wind them up. You know? Yeah, that could actually work better. So I'm just winding up these lights so that they're doubled, because the whole strand was just too much light. I'm kind of just making one small double strand of these. And I'm like barely twisting them. I just want it twisted enough so that they are held together. My kit wire is only 9 inches. This is actually only 9 inches too. Just so you know, X1C. They're the same. But yeah, you can totally use a bigger. You can go grab a clothes hanger if you want to. I made it only 9 inches because I didn't want people to like have like so much that they had to like cut it and stuff. Because I had a feeling people were only going to want a pretty small wire. I didn't want people to make like a crazy long one. That being said though, X1C, you can totally make like a crazy cool nightlight thing using a huge wire. Okay, I'm almost done here. I'm just winding the wire together. Okay. All right. So now it's half the wire. That way. That. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just start sewing this on a little bit. Just so it's not so loose and wiggly. And let's go with... Is there anything that we can use to sew this onto? No, I guess not. Okay, so we're just going to sew it on willy-nilly and hope and pray. I should have used these ends right there to sew this on too. So we're going to go around, down. Let's keep that kind of loose. Actually, you know what? Let's double knot these two ends. And then we'll start double knotting the rest of it. I mean, sorry, we'll come back down, back around to it. 1 and 2, like that. And skip to my me. Okay. I'm just going to keep following this around. So like, let's get down to here. That one. Okay. Let's go all the way over to here. That's pretty good. Down. And we'll do one right here. Down. And then finally, let's do a couple around this big thing. So like right here. Across to here. That holds it down pretty well. Where's the other, where's that knot? There it is. So I'm just going to go up across like, and I guess we'll just hold this down a little bit more so that we can get to where the other tail end is, so we can double knot to something. And we're going to have a messy bottom, but like we said, messy bottom, but like we said, we're going to cover this up with another piece of this cardboard. And actually maybe felt. Felt might even be better. One. Or crochet. We could crochet something for it. That could be kind of cool too. Alright, so that's going to hold down the lights in place. Now what we want to do is start wrapping up the wire. So we're just going to start going up the wire piece by piece. And we kind of want to work our way. Should I put some more wire at the bottom? Nah. Nah, we might work our way back down anyhow. So I'm just wrapping up the wire. This also might add some stability to the wire, which will be nice. Okay. Coming up to the end. So you see how that's getting all lighty? Okay, now up at the end here, I want to leave a little bit of this open, so I don't want to wrap around that top. And now I'm just going to wrap back down. And try to make sure that the lights are in the gaps between lights so that it's more lit up. So like that. See how I've got this light in the center between these two lights? And then we'll get back down. 1, 2, 3. All right. Boom. Wrapping a lot around that one to get down to that next light. Just another light. Just a few more. Okay. All right. That's nice. Okay, so now we've got our wire all wrapped up with lights. Turned off, turned on. Here, let me fix this lighting a little bit so you can kind of see what it looks like. There it is, lit up. Turned off. Cool. All right, next thing we want to do is get some stuffing. So we're going to use pretty much almost like a whole packet of stuffing here. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a really long string of stuffing. And there's a few ways we can do this. One way, we can wrap the stuffing in yarn. That totally works. But the other way that might work a little bit easier is we can kind of like create a long strip of this and just kind of like rub it together and spin it. And it'll create like this like yarn of, see how like I'm spinning like two pieces together here. But we can also try like wrapping this in yarn too. We're gonna have a lot of loose stuffing on the outside of this though, so we kind of want to like spin it a decent amount, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna start wrapping this in stuffing so that all of this is wrapped also in stuffing. And the best way to do that is really just to like create these like kind of messy but neat stuffing bits that are just spun around each other. We could wrap the stuffing around a piece of yarn too, but let's see. Let's try this. We're just gonna start wrapping this up. It's stuffing now. I'm gonna light this up right now so you can see how when you wrap the stuffing with the lights with stuffing rather, it really starts to shine through the stuffing really, really well. Okay. See, so I just start wrapping this up with our stuffing. And if it gets kind of light there, like you don't need to worry about perfectionism that much here because it's all going to be wrapped up anyhow. We're going to go all the way up to the top with it. And when we get to the top, we want it to be a little bit less thick of stuffing at the top than we do at the bottom. But then once we get to the top, we can start to work our way back down. Kind of like twist it as you spin it around your wire. Okay, we've lost our base of stuffing here, so we want to start to keep this down a little bit more. Let's get a little bit more. See, so I'm just like wrapping this stuffing up and rolling it into a little like stuffing turd. There we go. I'm just going to connect it back into here. Keep going around. It's kind of hard to tell in the lighting because of the light box, but this is really shining. And it's going to look really, really cool when we turn the lights off. Okay. Alright, so that's like the main part of the wire all covered up. The last bit, we want to put a decent amount of stuffing right on the bottom here. I'm also going to stretch our wire out a little bit more so that it's kind of a little bit straighter up. We can always adjust this later too. And I'm also going to start to like twist this up even more, so that it's a little more dense of stuffing. That looks pretty good though, honestly. That is not bad at all. We could spray it with like some glue if we wanted to also. Or hairspray. Hairspray might work to keep everything down. I don't know actually about hairspray. I've never tried that before. You'll see what this rocket looks like in the top there. See, so it's gonna like come out through the rocket. Give a little space there. It's like a little too much stuffing at the top here, so what we're going to do is just going to spin it around it to give it a little bit tighter of a look. Throw a rocket in there. Okay. Wow, that looks super cool already. Wow, that looks super cool. Oh my gosh, that looks dope. It's so cool. Okay, so in the last part, let's spin up a little bit more of this stuffing. And we're gonna add it to the very bottom of it to cover up our work at the very bottom. And then I think we should use felt. I think we can cover this all in felt and it'll be even more like cute. That's my goal. Okay. Let's see if this last part works though. You know what? Actually, I'm worried. You know what? Let's cover this bottom in felt before we add the last bit of stuffing to the bottom of it, just so this looks a little bit better. So here's how I'm going to do that. I've got my black felt here. I feel like that's a good move, right? Black felt or maroon. Let's just use black. I got it right here anyhow. So we'll just use this. And we need this. And we need something to draw on the felt. We actually need the felt to be slightly longer than this anyhow. So, how are we going to do that? What do I have to draw on felt with? Does this show on the felt? No, not really. All right, we might just have to do our best with the felt. Yeah, we might just have to just try our darndest with this felt. Okay, that works. So I'm just gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut a little longer than the circle actually is, and I'll just try to like keep this down. You know what? We just need the top of this. Crafts, arts and crafts. I like making crafts. See, so I'm like kind of going outside of where the circle actually is. And I know it's going to be messy, but that's fine. It's going to be covered up by stuffing anyhow. So whatever. So it's kind of like whatever. Okay. There's our messy, messy circle. Messy circle. Really messy circle. Let's clean up at least some of these edges. Okay. Pretty good. Okay. Now we're going to sew this onto this. And we'll probably cut some extra edges off of it too. But we want this to be over the edge like that. You see? So we're going to go out through the bottom and in through the top. We'll need our needle for this. And we're going to need some thread. So I'm going to use, I guess we'll use black thread for this. I think I added black thread to these kits anyhow. Do I have black thread? Where did I keep my black thread? Oh, what's over here? Okay, so here's our black thread. Got a decent amount of that. Cashews are an important part of arts and crafts. Use pins to mark the circle? No, see, the problem is that would have been a smart thing to do. That would have been a smart thing to do. And I'm not a smart boy. Instead, I do it the rough and tumble way. Do I use any other yarn rather than Club Crochet yarn and Bernat blanket yarn? Not really. Sometimes I use Pattern Wool Ease. That yarn's not too bad. But I almost always use just either my Club Crochet yarn or Bernat blanket yarn or something like that. I have been using Bernat Maker yarn. That one's been kind of nice too. I'm going to do it. I'm going to start from the top like this. You know what? We are going to start pinning. We're going to pin this in. I'm getting frantic because I'm excited. So we're going to just go ahead. And the hard part is I don't want it to scratch our thing. So we need something to put at the end of the rocket for right now. Oh, I feel really bad for this troll, but we're going to use you as a buffer here. We're going to stick this. The troll is being rocketed. That's hilarious. That's so funny. That's hilarious. Okay, so I just want to put pins in this so that we have it in place. And I know it's not getting stretched too far. One there. Going here. And we're not going to poke ourselves. That's the rub. Are we going to poke ourselves? We probably will poke ourselves. Okay. That's probably fine. Just 3. Okay. Whew. Man, we're totally going to poke ourselves. Alright. That's fine. We're going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to start right here. We're going to go down to the base. Like that. And do we want to go around it? You know what? I kind of do want to go around it. I was going to go like up, down, up, down, up, down. But I think it might be better if we go like around like that. I think that might look better. Yeah, let's do it that way. Let's do it. Why not? I mean, it's black thread anyhow. Will it look that silly? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not, maybe. Me? I like to live dangerously. Fart troll! We're gonna have to de-Jimbo fur this at the end. This is a great way to cover up the bottom, though. Do we want to put... No, you know what? It sits up pretty straight. I was going to ask if we want to put a nickel in the felt to like keep it upright, but honestly, I don't think it's going anywhere. Like, I was afraid it was going to like not be sturdy, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. Yeah, so now we just got a lot of this. And then we'll cover the bottom of this up with stuffing after the fact. You know what? Maybe I should have worked this around stuffing to keep the stuffing where it is supposed to be. No, because then you'd see it so clearly. Would you see it clearly? Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to. Can't see where I last did it. Team Troll is blasting off again. That's hilarious. Uh-oh. Almost lost the thread out of our needle. Boop. Okay, how's this looking? Yeah, I like that. I really like that. I think it looks really good. Yeah, that's looking like a nice clean edge there. And then when we cover this all in stuffing, it won't matter anyhow, but it's nice to just do the extra mile for the bottom of it, even though no one's ever going to see it. Oops, we lost our troll. Thanks, Raish. Ooh, I didn't. What's your tip about using a lighter? Hold on, I want to see that. Lighter, lighter, lighter. Cashews looks sick. Wave a lighter over the stuffing to get rid of any flyaways. Aren't we kind of afraid of it all catching on fire, though? I can try it. I'm going to try it with some that's not on this first, so I don't accidentally burn my house down. But we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Okay. Keep on keeping on. That's looking great. I should have added felt to the kits. That would have been cool. Maybe next time. Creates a slightly darker color with the lights. Okay. Oh, because it like burns the stuff? Interesting. Okay. But it doesn't catch it. It doesn't catch it on fire is what you're saying, right, Zoe? I guess that makes sense because it's polyester. It'll just melt. It won't burn. Are we afraid of the lights, though, catching up? Probably not. Let's get rid of that needle. It is by sheer luck that I have not jabbed myself with the needle yet. No skill required. Oh, that one was pretty bad, actually. Maybe that one again? Nah. Actually, yeah. That one kind of got ripped open in a weird way. Boop 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 bop bop boop beep bop boop. We're really gonna have to make sure this side of it's all covered up. But the bottom's looking pretty good. It's just right there I don't like. Get out of here. Sick. This is sick. Sorry I've been so quiet. You know how I am. I get really quiet when I start to like sew and stuff. Hi, sorry though. Hey, again, if you haven't yet, please consider liking this video down below and subscribing to the channel. And if you would like to support this channel monetarily, that would be really cool and very nice of you. You can do so with a Club Crochet membership. That's probably the best way to support us monetarily. Gets you all of our patterns. It only costs $5 a month. You can cancel at any time. We're adding a bunch of other perks to members. We're thinking of, well, we're going to do like a building your own pattern generator thing soon. We're also working on a, let's see. We're working on a bunch of like exclusive tutorials for members and exclusive live streams for members. So they're going to be called, I think I'm going to call them Camp Crochet. They're going to be like live, like crochet alongs in a Zoom call so everybody else can show their camera if they would like to. You don't have to, but you could. That's something I've been considering. So yeah, if you're interested, please consider a membership. It's members that are the only reason that this channel exists. So yeah, if you like what's going on here and you want it to keep happening, membership is a great way to help make sure that happens. It's looking great. Oh, thanks. I called him, yeah, that floating pig. I was working on a video game back in 2019 where all the pieces of the video game were crocheted. That little piggy, I'm looking to see if I have the parts of him over here somewhere. I don't know where he is. But that little piggy was part of the game. It was called, the game was actually going to be called Spacecrafts. And it was, you were a little crocheted pig running around. Everything was stop motion crochet. And it was really cool. But it ended up, we ended up having to, like the pandemic happened. So we had to put it on pause. And hopefully I'll come back to it eventually. But I don't know. We'll see. But that is what that whole animation's from that. The game was going to be, you were this little pig running through the, on planets. You were a delivery person, and you would collect pieces of materials and use that to craft yourself some, like, just fun tools and stuff. And it had, like, some Metroidvania aspects so that you'd, like, keep progressing and getting new things, and then eventually you'd be able to leave the planet to go to a different planet made out of different crafts, and you'd get new kinds of materials, and you'd see a bunch of origami people and stuff. So yeah, that was originally the plan, but it didn't ever come to fruition, unfortunately. Okay, so we got this part sewn in. Go ahead and double knot that on. 1 and more 2. Okay. Got that there. Looks great on the bottom. Yeah, I'm really happy with that bottom. The top is a little messy, but that's okay. We're going to cover it all in stuffing right now. All right. It was a really cool game, Tig. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to wrap this around this wire at the bottom to keep it secured. And then we're going to basically just keep wrapping around to this whole bottom part is just covered in stuffing, including over on that side. So we need a little bit more stuffing on this side. But it's almost done, you guys. Here's our farting troll as our safety cover. It's so funny with the troll. The troll's hilarious. Okay, by the way, I'm just rolling the stuffing up here so that it's a little bit more dense. All right. Oop, we lost our troll. Let's go out through this. Hey, there we go, right? Covering the bottom and stuffing. We need a little bit more stuffing right here. But honestly, that covers almost the entire bottom. It's nearly done. Oops. Go ahead and stuff that in there. Cover that part up. Let's get a little bit more dense there. Yeah, cool. That covers all the bottom. Neat. We do want to find out where the switch is. So let me, because I don't even know where the switch is. There it is. Okay. Maybe we should have like a little signifier for where the switch is, so it's easy for us to switch it in and off, on and off. So maybe we use like a very small pin, or oh, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just embroider a little tiny section there, so we'll know where the switch is. We'll do it in red. So I'll use just a little bit of this red yarn. This. So we'll come out through, where's the switch? Right there. So we'll go like this. And then, let's see, do we want to go that? Do you hear that helicopter? I don't know if you can hear the helicopter or not. Okay. And then I'm just going to go out like this. And I'll just double knot this. It'll be all hidden under the stuffing anyhow. One. And let's try that again. And two. Nice and close. Okay, so now we know where the switch is, so I can turn it off. I can turn it on. Still can be all covered in stuffing. Okay, the last thing we can try is Zoe's idea for the stuffing. So let's give it a shot first. It's explosive flatulence. That's right, Rach. All right, let's see what if this works. I have this extremely tiny lighter to test it out on this little bit of stuffing. So let's try it. Oh, I see. Yeah, it kind of like melts it in. So it's a little cleaner. And it probably won't come undone then too. Oh yeah, wow. That actually stinks like not good. Okay, well let's give it a shot. Here we go. We'll start at the... It really shrinks it in too. So let's start it at the top and we'll work our way down. We're going to be very careful with this though. Oh, I see the black. It's like the soot from the... I probably should use a longer one of these if I had one. Just to get those little guys out of the way. Ooh, that one caught. Let's hold it upside down now. Probably should do this in a much more ventilated space, but whatever. Yeah. All right. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. It's actually really dense now that we did that fire thing. If you're doing this, by the way, be very, very careful. If that wasn't obvious enough. By the fact that we're using fire. But honestly, I think that's it. I think we're good. All right, let's toss our rocket on there. And I'll show you what this looks like with our lights off. We might want to sew the rocket in a little bit more, but also, whatever. I kind of like that we can change it for a farting troll if we wanted to. Okay, let's see if I can't move this camera out a little bit. There we go. You're going to see a bit of the background, but that's all right. And here, I'll tell you what. We'll move these guys out of the way, too. And we'll look at our final piece. Yeah, I get why you were stressing. It wasn't that bad, but I get it. Where's our switch? There's our switch. Okay, so let's switch it off first. And let's try to get this in a little bit further. You know, maybe we put something in here that it squishes into. What could work with that? Like an eraser or something. Whatever. It works. Okay, so let's turn the lights off real quick. We'll do it like this. And we'll do that. Oh my gosh, you guys, that looks so cool. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. I wish you guys could see it better. Hold on, let me see if I can turn up the brightness. There we go. Look at how sick that looks. Oh my gosh. That is so awesome in the dark. It is so cool. Wow. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Okay, but let's switch it with the farting troll right now. Because I do need to connect that rocket a little bit better. But here's our farting troll version of it. Oh my gosh. That looks freaking awesome, dude. What are you talking about? This is so cool. Hold on, I'm trying to squish the stuffing in a little bit more on the sides. But God, that's so cool. Wow. This is one of the coolest things I've ever made. And I made one of these before, but it just didn't look this cool. First time I made it. There we go. Switched it with the rocket. I kind of squished it in a few stitches of the rocket. Wow. Guys, that is one of the coolest things I've made. That is so, so cool. Wow. I love that. I love that. Absolutely 10 out of 10. I am way, way into this. Wow. That is super cool. And where's the switch again? Right over here. So switch off and switch on. Wow, it lights up pretty bright too. This is awesome. Zoe, great idea with the flame stuff. Looks sick. Let's turn the lights back on and get the brightness back up so that we're not blinded when we turn on the lights. Wow, that's cool. Wow, that's really cool. I love it. Okay, wait. I really want this to be more secure, though. There we go. Just trying to get it into some of the stitches on the inside so it doesn't spin around as much. There we go. Nice. Wow. Guys, what a fun stream. Okay, guys. Well, I have one more thing I wanted to do, but before I do my little story thing that I wrote that I promised I'd show you, I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this live stream as much as I enjoyed it, which I really did. I just really want to get this more secure. That's my only thing. Let's see. Is there anything I can do to keep that more secure right now? I mean, I could stuff this with more yarn. That might work. Let's see if we can do that. Stuff this with some yarn, because I think yarn will be a little bit more dense for it to work into. Let's try that. Let's try it. You know, I just need something for it to like for that hook to hook onto. Or maybe actually making it a hook might be good too. Like that. Let's try that. Oh yeah, that's harder to get into. Yeah, that's more sturdy. Okay, that did work. All right, sick. So cool. So freaking cool. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I wish you could see it from a different angle. It looks kind of weird looking at it from the top like that, but like from the side, oh my gosh, it's so cool, you guys. Okay. Wow, such a fun live stream. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for joining. Again, please like this video down below, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and hit the little bell icon so you don't miss it when we do more live streams like this. Join next week if you want to become a tester for our new Crowbot 3000. Go check us out on Instagram we're at club.crochet. Drewby Zoo is running the test. So we are running the test there. We're going to be crocheting this live next week, starting at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Jimbo, I'm saying bye. Well, just give me a second. I'm saying bye. Okay, well, we'll hang on a second. That pattern's coming out soon. This pattern for Bix is going to be available on the website this weekend. It is available already for members. You can find it by going to clubcrochet.com/alien. The Rocket is a free tutorial you can find online right now at clubcrochet.com/rocket. Thank you guys so much for joining, though. Super duper appreciated. And as I promised to our live stream viewers, I'm going to do a little tiny speech for something that I wrote a while ago, which kind of explains the lore of the goblins. So let me explain this a little bit before I go and do it. Okay, so first off, I need to pull up the document, so give me a second there. Essentially what I'm about to read you is and I haven't practiced this in a long time, so it might go very, very poorly. But essentially, I have a game called Stitched, War That You Craft, where you make a bunch of little goblins and trolls and you battle each other. And I'm working on a story mode version of this, and this is the beginning of the story mode. It is just a little, hold on. There we go. Stitched. Man, where is that? Hold on. Lark? Maybe if I search Lark. Ah, there it is. Okay. Yes, I found it. All right, guys. Let me pull up the soundtrack for this too. This is so silly. This is going to be just the silliest thing to do for you guys. Because it's so complicated and confusing what I'm doing. So it might be like, I don't know, just very silly. 1 second. I'm trying to remember what the game, I used a song from a game. One moment. Sorry. I'm going as quick as I can. Is it under this one? No. 2023? No, it couldn't be. Must have been 2021. Wow, I've been working on this for a long time. Hmm. Sorry, one second. I just can't remember what the song is. Maybe it's 2020. No, it couldn't be 2020. I'm sure it's in here. Hold on. Sorry. What is it called? Wow, that heart. There it is. I found it. Okay. Perfect timing. The music stopped too. Okay. Here's the dealio. Hopefully I can remember where this starts. Yes. Because it goes... Yeah, and then... Okay. I might need to do this without the audio, but that's okay. Here we go. All right, guys, I'm going to do my best here. Yes, you got to leave me alone, though, Jimbo. Great, there's not that many people watching, which is perfect, because I'm nervous about this anyhow. All right. Yeah. Oh, okay. I do got it. Okay, here we go. Ready? Jimbo, do I gotta kick you out? Okay, we're gonna kick Jimbo out real quick. Okay, so this is the intro for my story mode game. This is totally a rough draft. Please, don't make fun of me. Here we go. As we all know, in the beginning there was only Slog, a being of such immense power, girth, and might, that from him bore the very existence of, stuff. Some time passed, and eventually Slog grew tired of his solemn existence, and from him was stitched the first intelligent life form, which Slog himself named a goblin. Not bad for a first design, and for a while Slog was content with sitting back and watching his creations tumble through life. But eventually Slog grew tired of their simplicity and wished for true companionship. Slog reached between the seams of reality and scooped up 3 goblins and brought them to his domain, where he gave them the gift of godlike power. Their names were Larg, Barg, and Krarg. These 3 were of course not as powerful as Slog himself, but they were deities in their own right. Over a century, through the children's infancy, the godly family remained happy and unchanged. And still, Slog revealed to his children his previous creations. The goblins were left ignored, and in Slog's absence, many grew fat and lazy, while others erected relics of the gods that they could watch between the seams. Larg, Barg, and Krarg ridiculed their father's creation and called them hobgoblins. They demanded to be given a chance to create life of their own and prove themselves better than their father. Slog's curiosity gave way, and he awarded his children each a goblin to alter and present to him. Hold on, it's supposed to switch songs right now. All right. It's here that the history of the goblinoids begins to blur. There's really much debate between the goblinoids over which of the children of Slog did what and whom was created first, and how the children altered Slog's creation at all. However, the general consensus is that Larg created the trolls, wise and cunning, Barg the orcs, ruthless and powerful, and Krarg created the ogres, the most gentle of giants. For fear of their father's rejection, and in secret, the children released their creations unto the land. Almost immediately after their new creations popped through the seam, peace in Goblonia shattered. Slog, upon discovering his children's betrayal, sealed the seam shut, and in the god's absence, chaos began. Quickly, their creations learned how to stitch together reflections of themselves, and over centuries of replication and quarreling, the sediments of chaos settled, and the tribes of goblinoids agreed to thrive together in relative peace. Since then, Goblonia has expanded. Cities were built, and the memory of the gods faded from goblinoid minds. There are some, however, who still seek to stare upon their creators, which in some ways is what brought you here today. All right. This last part is like as if you were starting the game. Start right now. Past Ribbon Road, through the Felted Forest, and just over Zipper's Pass, you're going to find Mogsby, the smallest, northernmost, and by far muddiest village in Goblonia. It's here that our party has been called by the Grand Seer himself, Porgal the Mind, to assist in a mission that requires resources that this grimy little village unsurprisingly must not have. Now, don't get me wrong, the village is mostly self-sustaining. They've even got a stitched field, I hear. Although it is a place where not many interesting things tend to happen. Porgal the Mind has been tasked by the Council of Slog to collect the extended history of the goblinoids. Most of the Mogsby's tribe is thus used for mostly meaningless tasks like digging in the mud for artifacts and relics. Its inhabitants don't really mind this much because the mud around Mogsby is like really good mud, and Porgal quite likes his solitude. The Grand Seer hasn't seemed to discover much that the Council didn't already know, but his absence has been quite relieving for them, and his tenure is no laughing matter, so when he requested assistance, they sent our party to help in whatever silly task he had for them. And here we are. We meet our party crossing over Zipper's Pass after a long morning of hiking. Blah, blah, blah. Can you each introduce your characters? Yada, yada, yada. And that's how the game would start. Okay. That was actually very shockingly embarrassing for me to do. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, though. It's one of those, things that I just made. I haven't really shared it with anybody, so it's kind of fresh to me. And yeah. Anyhow, I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys so much again for joining this live crochet along. I'm really excited about that. That's something that I want to work on for next summer's release. So yeah, I'm stoked. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching. Jordan, thank you for the support. Let's add a star to the background for you, Jordan. So we're going to add this star right before we leave. We'll add this star right here for Jordan. That's good. Yeah, I like that. All right, guys. Thank you so much again for watching. And thank you for the last second support. I'll see you guys next week. Pasta la pizza. Happy hooking. And oh my gosh, stop. You hang up. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Bye.